I do think it's important to pay attention to. It's almost like the test of small and big things, where God's not ready to give you that next big test because you have yet to pass that small one. Or in another way, it's God's not ready to lead you towards the next step in your calling because he talked to you about something else, but you don't really want to talk about that right now. Or you're doing your best to forget about that conversation. Oh, wow, God talked to me about my anger issue, or God talked to me about this relationship issue, or this wrong relationship, or these decisions I've been making, but you know what, I don't want to think about that, because in our minds we're like, you know what, if I don't think about it, then God's probably not thinking about it, because God's got a lot of people to look at, and so when he sees me and he just sees that I'm thinking about these other things, he's going to forget about that other thing, and he's just going to be like, oh yeah, there's Jay, and he's just wondering if he should take this position in Seattle, Washington, even though he don't want to deal with that lust issue. But sin can lead to silence. It's like God wants to talk to us, but he's waiting for us to deal with what he's already spoken to us about. And until we do that, maybe we can't step into our calling. I think of King David, right? King David. Again, a man after God's own heart, but had his glaring issues. King David sees another man's wife bathing and says, I want, I can get, I deserve, I don't care. And so he not only takes another man's wife, he then sends that man to war, puts him in the front line, and has him killed. So then he can have Bathsheba for himself. And I think of, in the scriptures, he hides that sin for well over a year before the prophet Nathan calls him out. And in that time, David did not fully hear from God because he wasn't dealing with the sin that he was trying to hide.